Look, I know you're all tired of hearing about the housing crisis, rent hikes, and inflation. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh my god, we get the point already. I think it's safe to say at this point, most people just want to hear an actionable, realistic solution to the problem. As some cities try to tackle this problem, some have decided to put short-term rentals, also known as Airbnb rentals, in their sites. So far, 25 cities and towns have made it harder to own and/or manage short-term vacation rentals in 2023. Residents and officials in those locations say short-term rentals create issues for local residents, including a depletion in housing stock and frequent noise disturbances. Now, planners and policymakers are beginning to sound off on Airbnbs in their cities and how it impacts a growing housing crisis. Cities such as Dallas, Texas, New York City, Aspen, Colorado, Atlanta, Georgia, Burlington, Vermont, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Lexington, Kentucky, and many other hotspots for short-term rentals collectively own 1.3 million properties in the US, with Airbnb and Booking.com hosting the majority of the rental listings. Data shows an estimated 60 million people stayed in vacation rentals in the US in 2022. With such a high demand, investors are seeing the benefits of buying up these homes and renting them out for high profit margins. Opportunistic landlords can pay off their mortgages in just a few years by renting out their homes to visitors. However, this has partially contributed to a housing shortage that has impacted the globe, driving up rent prices in almost all major cities. This correlation between the increase in homes that have become dedicated to serving as Airbnb and the rise in rental rates has been dubbed the Airbnb effect. Another report published in 2016 estimated that due to the overwhelming amount of Airbnb listings, New Yorkers were paying more than $600 million in additional annual rent due to the cost of rising rent. While Airbnbs certainly generate some economic gains, especially in cities that rely heavily on tourism, most of the revenue goes to a disproportionately small pool of landlords. Inside Airbnb estimates that about 1/4 of hosts run about 2/3 of listings. Even further, their study revealed that most listings are entire apartments that have been turned into makeshift hotels, where operators can earn far more revenue than they would from residents paying market rents. Many local governments are passing regulations to limit short-term rental activity, like banning rental stays under 90 days or proposing new taxes on short-term rental property owners. Communities across the US and Canada are grappling with what the future of short-term rentals, including Airbnbs, should look like. Residents are filing more complaints, and cities and towns are caught between these concerns and the revenue that vacationers bring in, along with the rights of property owners. Some have simply called a timeout on short-term rentals, pausing new applications for non-owner-occupied properties. Chattanooga, Tennessee is one such community. Recently, in an email statement, an Airbnb spokesperson defended the place of short-term rentals in the fabric of popular vacation destinations. While short-term rentals are a serious issue, it raises the question that even if the Airbnb burst were to happen tomorrow, is there a guarantee that those units would immediately rejoin the long-term housing stock? There are negatives to Airbnbs, but there are also positive aspects, and both need to be considered before residents and local governments decide how to handle them. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think homeowners should be able to do what they want with their properties? Or do you think the landlords have an obligation to help solve the housing crisis with their investment properties? I would love to hear what you have to say. Please don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next videos.